Hello again to everybody. And in this video I don't know what name I should call, but anyway, in this video I will share with you my questions or questioning the life itself. So lately the trend, so to speak, is energy. And first of all, I tried to search full explanation of how our body create energy, how it works. So in any video and explanation that I find was that everything happened in mitochondria, okay? And mitochondria, it's the fabric, the factory that will produce energy. But how it's doing this? So the explanation was that the food, processed food, will become bits of things. These things are proteins, chain of atoms, molecule, and so on. And in the end, to become energy, our body will produce glycols, so sugars. Now, the formula for sugars, okay, is I wrote it here somewhere. Okay, is this one? 6 atoms of carbon, 6 atoms of oxygen, and 12 atoms of hydrogen. So it will be like O6, C6, and hydrogen 12, like this. And this is sugar. Now, they say that this sugar will be divided in 2 types, in half. Will be oxygen 3, carbon 3, and hydrogen 6. Okay, and all this stuff will be taken by our body, and in the end will be called and transformed in ATP. Now ATP is it have no carbon in there. It's called like that because have 3 atoms of phosphate. Okay. Now they said that in any explanation comes in the equation this ATP, okay, and this will take it's a long I wrote all the formulas anyway, and they will explain that the carbon disappear and transform in such a wonderful equations in phosphate, and this ATP will enter mitochondria, leaving one of the of the 3 phosphate, and this will disrupt like an explosion, and this will give energy and so on. Now you may find the explanation of this thing even on YouTube and etc. Now first of all, none of those videos explain how and from where phosphate came into position. So I want to question all that things. Now all this formula, okay, is never mind the drawings. So it's like it's a different kind of molecule that there is formed, and the first part, so the locomotive, okay, that will take in his vagons the glyco, okay, is A, and this is adeno, I supposed, adeno, and then this is connected to another molecule that have five side molecule, and they call this the RNA, okay, and so this here is the A that will drive, this is the driver, then this is the 5-pointed molecule of RNA that will take these divided guys, okay, of glyco, and so on. Now this adeno, okay, in the formula is yes, it's H2N, okay, in the formula, so it's hydrogen and azote, okay. Now the exact formula is like that: H2N and 2N plus 2N, okay. Then is this 5-sided molecule, okay, and those two are always connected, okay. So this is the A, this guy, and he's connected to kind of this sided molecule, and that will be here, and they will attach to glyco and will take it. There is no more glyco because it's divided with water. Okay, our bodies divide this glyco with all water, and will be 3 oxygen, 3 carbon, and 6 hydrogen that we carry on. Now chemistry is such a complicated thing, and first I wondered from where come the phosphate, the 3P, okay, and I wondered if this might be true. So anyway, this formula will be divided in kind of, they say that the vitamin B5 is essential for your body, and you cannot have never too much, okay, so you can have it in any quantities, okay. So I shorted this in for the questioning's sake, okay, as B5, because it have 5-sided, so 5, okay, molecule. And when you do the math for this kind of formula, okay, will divide in your body, will form dioxide of carbon in form of gas, okay, and the other carbons will be added in your body and will be transformed in fat. There are chains of fats, different fats, okay, acid fats. So in the good case, they will become fats, those carbons. In a good case. In a bad case, when you try to obtain energy from those fats, they will be easily transformed in a kind of an alcohol type. There is lactic acid. And now lactic acid is not good for you, and it's when all those things ferment, give fermentation, as one you want to do vinegar or alcohol or kind of things, because in the body exists yeast, okay, fungi. So when you eat all kind of stuff that contain yeasts, can develop, so to speak, in a type of fermented products. Yeah, I know my speech is so slow. I'm sorry, it's a very difficult a topic, and this is only ideas. So in the Bible, they always told us that we have to repent. So repent. Pent is 5. Repent. So became again 5. Now the word serpent is combined from 2, and is Sera and Penta. Sera is stay for 6, and Penta from 5. Now carbon have 6, is a 6-side molecule, and phosphate also is a 6-side molecule. And the conclusion for my questioning is how phosphate came in to be in the first place in your body, and attached, so to speak. Okay, so all to these ATP, okay, combination phosphate, or even if you combine an ATC carbon, okay, will give a Sera, 6-side molecule, and a Penta. There is always these guys stay attached. Okay, this is a chain of something that became a 5-sided molecule. Okay, now in all these cases is a serapenta 6 plus 5. Now I only advise, so to speak, in my videos, that you should be a meat eater, meat, fish, bit of cheese and eggs. So in this case, if you don't eat carbohydrates, okay, and or processed food and so on, and you don't introduce into your body this O6, carbon 6 and hydrogen 12 glyco in your body, okay, there is no six-side molecule to attach to the rib. So now I calculated that if this is the formula of this acid, so to speak, it contains only azote and hydrogen. And long time ago I wondered about the blood types groups and why some people have, you know, blue-eyed, blonde hair, so on, and born like that. And I was thinking about the fact that they might be oxygenated people, so so to speak, you know. So anyway, so now if you don't ingest things like carbon and that kind of stuff, but you are a meat and fish and so on eater, you might absorb, so to speak, from these foods proteins, minerals, you know, anyway. And in that case, what you should expel when you breath, your breath, okay, you shouldn't expire, so to speak, CO2, but H2O, that is in form of vapor, okay. Only plants nourished absorb carbon and process carbon, okay. Animals don't do that. So air, this formula, okay, is kind of the air you breathe in, I don't know, in liquid form. Is air a gas? It's air a liquid? So anyway, that was, so to speak, the part that I wondered. What is repent? You should go back to your RNA, the single-stranded DNA, and you know, repent. And it's more complicated than that. I don't know if I will touch and do better all these formulas, and you know, it's quite complicated, yet it's quite easily how many energy, okay, this NAD plus NADH connected with hydrogen, NADH products are the real energy producer, and this is azote acid, you know, like this one, vitamin D, so to speak, and hydrogen. And this NAD can be obtained, you know, simply by in your body with the pentacyclic molecule attached to that and water. Simply, so yeah, I'm not saying that we should drink only water, but seems logically as logic as the fictional or, you know, proposed phosphate group and carbon group. It could work also. Yeah, I will try to put all this stuff in clean, and in order to have some more logic, okay. So I still wonder a bit about that now, because we are stuck at home, and at home we get annoyed and bored, so to speak, and we study a lot. And I was watching some videos about all the temples in India, and the old temples, old, very old temples in India, destructed temples, or sometimes buried, temples in India. And the strange things of those temples are the symbolic in them. So many of them have elephants, standing elephants, a bit, so to speak, upright elephants, or dancing elephants, and I wondered about the elephants, and dancing elephants. So elephants could be low frequency, and low frequency, but have the anti-elf, anti-low frequency, and the oxy gene, O2 gene, could be a bull, and gene is the word gene in Greek, and symbolize a woman. So a woman upon a bull can be read oxygen, and these are the formulas for the red mercury and the silver. Silver, in my language, argent, and argin in tin. Could be this the formula for silver or quicksilver, mercury, silver mercury. So anyway, now they talk about a lot lately about the red mercury and the formula and so on, but all those vials that contain little amounts of that liquid, red liquid, they act like an amp. They shut down the radio signal, and when they are near iron, the iron burn. So I didn't see that if near the iron or near gold or this substance could energize itself. The only strange thing about that is the heart of Krishna. You might find videos, maybe also in Hindu, about the heart of Krishna, and the legend said that the hunter go to hunt, and he want to kill a deer, but nearby the deer was sleeping the body of Krishna, and when he threw the spear killed Krishna instead of the deer. So anyway, now the hunter, legends say, burned the body of Krishna, but the heart of Krishna stay intact. And I wondered if the body of Krishna was a real anatomic body, or was a building, if the spear was a real spear, or either was a missile, a bomb of kind of like that, and that building burned, but Okay, the Krishna's heart is an object filled with a red liquid, and it has kind of like this form with some things, but this kind of object cannot bear the light, the sunlight, and because go in flames. Okay, go in flame. So this is the point of the temple where the symbol is put, that symbolize that here we have the heart of Krishna that is made like that. We know that there is the heart of Krishna because it's made like that. So this inside of this is a red liquid. Now when they conserve this object, okay, in an idol made of wood that must be changed every 15 years, because the heart of Krishna is leaking liquid mercury, and the idol made the statue, the wood statue, will go attacked by, and they must be changed. So anyway, so low frequency are such a strange thing. The sun, our sun in the sky, emits constantly low frequency, linear, constant low frequency, okay, and we call this energy solar energy, okay, linear. And I'm not sure about how, when arrived to us this energy, at what point it is, but the elephant contain the anti low frequency, and all those temples that have all those elephants all around seems to be broken or destroyed when the body temple of Krishna burned. So if this object is an anti, keep the low frequency, keep the low frequencies stopped. Okay, it's anti, stop the low frequencies. Now you may wonder, but you have to know that some low frequency are very dangerous. There are those 7 hertz frequency and 18.5 hertz frequency, very low frequency. This is deadly. Was a weapon that emits sounds, infrasounds, low frequency, with kind of this frequency that killed an army. Was tested and seemed that worked like that. And this is the strangest low frequency emission, or it's called also the ghost frequency, because when emitting this low frequency, you might see ghosts. Okay, so its function upon the brain can give like visions of some kind. You will say, I just saw something black that was running like a shadow, I don't know, ghostly like. So low frequency are quite deadly and dangerous for humans. So these elephants could, temples could, stop in some way, the low frequency. Use the low frequency high, low, so powerful, low frequency could enacts, so to speak, hurricanes or earthquakes. So, nevertheless, so what's the point? What's the wonder in all that? Because I put this video like that, it's too complicated in some way, and because of the conviction of the people, no, it's like that, it's work like that. So it's very difficult. Now the DC energy is flat like that. It's constant and linear, and is not dangerous for humans like the solar energy frequency. They come to us. Okay, instead the AC energy, it's a shortcut. Okay, it's a thief, I had a little lapsus. That's stealing, a thief of the energy. And it's like when you take this energy and you steal it like that, but you, in this way, you make this, in those points, a shortcut of the circuit, So, and it's very, from these peaks, it's very dangerous, okay, for the people. So this DC energy longer, and distances give more energy, increasing, okay. AC energy current is need always to have transformers, because go in peaks and can kill, and so it must always be redirected. Okay, so that's why when you plug your machine in your plug, you have to take it out from your plug, otherwise the energy will continuously be stolen, and you will consume energy for nothing. If this thing is not connected to, you are not using the radio, okay, but the radio is plugged, so the energy, the AC energy, it's looping eternally there, and you're consuming. So you have to plug it out, so the energy will be cut from consume, So I'm telling that anyway. Now the DC current, electric current, electric flow can easily be transmitted in the water, and it's called the current water, and it's not damaging you in any way. But if the AC energy is plugged into the current water, it will shortcut, okay, you can die from it. So anyway, was the before temples, elephants, temples, and so on, was connected in some way with the DC solar energy flowing naturally free in the world, and have some special knowledge, in harnessing and energy. It seemed that those temples had the quartz and kind of producing kind of low frequency in some way, because elephants is those elephants were saying that they were using in some way the low frequency, but how they could do the anti, so how they transform those energies, low frequency, you know, in energy, with the heart of Krishna, and transforming that freely in a kind of Wi-Fi free energy. That's the point, okay, of the story. And the connection of that with the water and with the Kailash temple high in the mountains. There is a temple, Kailash, you know, temple in the Himalayas or so on, those high mountains that harnessed energy were connected to the temples in India. There was connected with all kind of stuff. And when the heart of Krishna burned, low frequency, the elf were going crazy, earthquakes, you know, disrupting all the world, and temples imploded, I don't know, water, just because the low frequency is very powerful, can how it's called, non-attract, you know, the water, and the water from type of, or some places just, you know, goes away and leave the place without or with underground water fountains, you know. And yeah, so that's it for now. I will try to put the video about the formulas and air that you breathe, linked with the 5-sided molecules, vitamins, and so on, and water combine together to form the 2-NADH. For any of those are 2, and those are 4, and you know, 4 energy cells from 1 H2O combining, and so on. I will try to put this in more logic form. Yeah, I should do the videos when I find the thing, you know. And so yeah, nevertheless, with phosphate or with carbon, you become a pyron or a pyre. Pyre is fire, and you kind of burn yourselves in some way. And anyway, this will be maybe, if I kept to make diagrams or of that, or in the sense, I don't know if this video makes some logic for you. It's only questioning the science, not the science, life, questioning life, okay? And if it is like that, from where, and if was not like that, how it was before, and so on. So till my next video, wish you well, and yeah, bye bye.